Musicians, we need to talk. If you are doing gigs and you are sending contracts as attached PDFs for clients to sign, then this is for you. If you're sending your contract through one service, then your invoice through another service, and then a Google form to collect more information about the event. If you are manually adjusting dates, times, and locations in your contracts. If you're getting lost in email chains with clients and your Gmail box looks like you're going into the unknown. If you're forgetting to follow up with leads. If you don't even know how many leads you've received or where they've come from, this is for you. Again, this is going to blow your mind. Did you know that there is software for all of this? And it does all of this in one step or almost one step. Like, you're not going to be touching a whole lot. Plus, it sends questionnaires and a whole lot more than that. See, when we said that we wanted to be musicians and we wanted to be out there and on our own, we didn't think we were going to have to be doing sales. But it turns out that sales actually aren't that hard. There's just a lot of steps. Fortunately, some really smart people thought, maybe we should make this easier, and they made software for it. It's called a CRM, Client Relationship Management. And then we say software on the end of it. This is important because the number of times I have referred out to other musicians when I couldn't do a gig and they didn't get paid, it is way too high. And it's due to lack of systems and a lack of a central location for those systems. That is a CRM. I used to be dead set that you had to use one of the bigger CRMs that's for small businesses, Honeybook and Dubsado. Now, use any CRM. I don't care. There are even musician-specific CRMs. Just we need to be making things easier on ourselves and easier for the clients. Information doesn't get lost. You get paid early, not just on time, early. And you follow up with people. You don't lose leads. You don't lose out on potential gigs. I could just talk about all this, but I think it's going to be a lot easier if I just show it to you. The CRM that I use is Honeybook. You don't have to use Honeybook. Use whatever you want. But this is the system that I have in place to handle people from a lead to a booked gig. This is what happens when someone inquires with me. First of all, I have an embedded form on my website from Honeybook. When a person fills out that form, I get a notification via email as well as through the app that's on my phone. The app actually has AI responses, but most of the time I choose to do email templates. The email templates have fields that are already populated, and it also has a scheduler. Rather than going back and forth trying to find a time that works for both of you, this is connected to your Google Calendar so that they can see what time works for both you and them. Plus, if they enter their phone number, they will receive text reminders. After we have our call, I send what's called a smart file. It's simply a file that works a lot like a website, and it has the proposal, invoice, and contract in one. So no more sending 3 emails from 3 different services. For the sake of this example, I am setting the amount to $20. If you are booking gigs for $20, you need to book a call with me immediately. We need to make sure that does not happen anymore. The smart file takes them through a review of the services, or you can set this up so they can choose which service. Then it takes them to the contract with fields that have already been populated. No need to do that by hand each time anymore. And then the payment with the option to tip. Once the payment is received, I have mine set up with automations so that without touching anything, the client receives next steps. In the next steps, the client is sent their own portal and another file with a questionnaire to gather details about the event. Mine also includes a link to make a copy of my song list to their Google Sheets so that they can make song requests or tell me what songs to not play. Now for mine, they're set up on a payment schedule, and they can even set up auto payments. So they're booked with a deposit, and then 30 days out, they get another song request reminder. Then 2 weeks out, they get a payment reminder. And 7 days out, the final payment is due. That's a basic overview of what a good solid CRM can do. But they can do a lot more than that. The one thing to remember is that this is just the software. You have to have a system down first. If you don't have a system down, that doesn't matter what kind of software you have. You have to know your sales process. And it's okay if you don't. And it's something that you're going to learn as you go. But in this next video, I'm going to show you a little bit more about what the sales process entails. And then after that will be more of a detailed look into my honeybook and how it works on the back end and how it looks on the back end.